The switch to grifting, the switch to silliness, the switch to nonsense continues. I'll preface this by saying this is on Twitter, so it's going to be some of the most nonsensical, unhinged, silly stuff. But yeah, I saw this post on Twitter. I was just posting something about MCM London Comic Con and came across this post. So basically, this person, Woodhawker, beat him up with Spacey saying, "Call me crazy, but this packaging is far too similar and a bit confusing for the general public." And then post a picture of the Switch 2 box next to the original OG Switch, the Switch OLED box here. And I'm looking at and I'm looking at this, and like, I think anybody who's got a single brain cell in their head will clearly see that yes, okay, these two things may look similar, but one's got a massive 2 on the box there, one's smaller, and the other one doesn't. The other one literally says Nintendo Switch OLED, the other one says Nintendo Switch 2. Literally, there's two number 2s on that box there. Now, I think some people say, "Oh, it's satire, he's joking," or whatever, but a quick Google search of the history of this guy, and you can kind of tell that he's clearly not all there. Just like, I think he was, based on what I could find on Google, is he was part of the Nintendo Ambassador program, which then came to an end. So he was subsequently dropped from this program, along with I think other creators as well, because they got rid of the Ambassador program and then created something else. I don't know what that was, but anyway, he was dropped from that, and ever since then he's not taken being dropped from this very well, because he's just posted video after video, just negative videos, and then videos of whining about it, and then he set up a podcast called the Nintendo Podcast, and you got like the clickbaity thumbnails in YouTube, and just basically like, when you break up with an ex and they just don't get the hint and they're just lingering around, it's giving that type of energy where it's just like his relationship with Nintendo has ended, and he just hasn't taken it very well, and years later he's still posting stuff. I mean, this post is clearly designed to farm for engagements. I mean, look at the views on this already. Yeah, 8.6 million views on this post for something that's so stupid. It's so obvious. I mean, it's nonsense. But then if you look at some of the responses to it, and it's so obvious, like, it's bait, but people are falling for the bait, and we're talking about it here, so hey. But I mean, obviously, yeah. If it's not clear to you that this is the 2, then this is a completely different console, then I'm not sure. And you look at the history of all sort of technology that we have here, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, yeah, there may have been slightly different boxes, but it's clear as day that it's sequential. Is easy for us to understand it's different. The iPhones and the Samsung Galaxies look pretty much identical every year on out. They have a different number at the end of those. Consumers are able to distinguish between the two and say, I would like a Nintendo Switch 2, I would like an iPhone 16 or iPhone 17, I would like a Samsung Galaxy S24 or an S25. People are able to do that. So this argument that is confusing for the general public is nonsensical, because when you go into a store, whether you be a parent, a grandparent, a cousin, an uncle, an auntie, a brother, a sister, whatever, you're going to say, I'm looking for a Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, that's the Nintendo Switch 2. There's a big 2 on it, but there are 2 number 2s on the box. It's clear as day. Even if you were unsure, what would you do? Ask the sales assistant in the store. It's clear as day. It's not difficult at all. And some of the comments are just like the first thing that pops into your head. There's a big 2 on the box. There's a big ass 2 on the box there. Anyone who thinks otherwise has never worked in retail. It's like, I mean, come on, it's so obvious. I'm legally blind. And the comments just go on and on and on. It's like, bro, there's a 2. Why are all the YouTubers the same lately, just complaining about everything? Find the joy in life, man. I mean, it's obvious. Like, but again, this post was clearly made. Obviously, maybe his YouTube videos aren't doing well or whatever, so he needed to make a Twitter post for engagement farming, and he's got it. And even worse now, from what I've gathered, is that he's, after the backlash to this, which came swift and is deserved, he's then doubled down by posting a bloody video follow-up titled "There's a 2 on it," and it's just like, dude, like, just let it go. But imagine doubling down on this and then posting a follow-up video, and it's just like, he's getting the engagement he wants. But again, not just a 2, as I was saying in the other post, it's a big 2. If they miss that, they're clearly not paying attention. I mean, people know that iPhone 16 is newer than iPhone 15, so why wouldn't they know the box with the big old 2 is the new console? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. Like, the average consumer, I think people give the average consumer a bad rep. The average consumer is coming in to spend their money. You're saying parents are dumb. Their parents have gone to the shop with probably like military grade instructions from their kids as to what they want and where to get it. So that's nonsense, you know. And as an uncle who buys stuff for his nephews and nieces and stuff like that, I'm like, what do you lot want? And they'll be like, I want this, I want this, I want this. You know, it is like my niece created a bloody PowerPoint presentation with graphics and arts and whatever for what she wanted for Christmas. And I'm just like, these kids are out here doing presentations for what they want. So no, trust me, average consumer, parents, whatever, are not going to be struggling to figure out that this is a Nintendo Switch 2. So yeah, he got cooked for his opinion, but it's the fact he doubled down on it. Like, he's absolutely just farming for engagement. But hey, the Switch 2 is going to create many more videos and people like this who are just grifting. So hey, but yeah, for all those out there, if you are confused, the Nintendo Switch 2 is the one with the 2 on the box. Not just this big ass 2 that's here, but also this other 2 that's here. Easily distinguishable, and failing that, if you're having trouble, then maybe just ask the person in the store that you're buying it from, or clarify first before you part with your cash. It's not that difficult. But hey, Nintendo Switch 2 is the topic of the year when it comes to gaming, because GTA 6 has been moved to next year. So we're gonna get lots of stuff like this with people just farming for engagement. So yeah, just thought I'd make a quick video of this silliness. I just found it entertaining, and the comments as well, because yeah, he was rightfully cooked for a pretty stupid opinion. So yeah, anyway, that's the video. Catch you on the next one.